What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are here for part 2 of our Madden 20 realistic rebuild of the San Francisco 49ers. Through the first 5 years, if you missed the episode, we got 3 divisional titles, but, not a lot of postseason success. You can see here we were 1 and done against an 8-8 Carolina Panthers team when we were 12-4, the #1 seed in the NFC. Needless to say, we're a really strong roster. A lot of familiar faces are still on the team. We have Jimmy Garoppolo, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and Mike McGlinchey on offense, and we've surrounded them. We got Lewis here, superstar X Factor. We drafted him as such. We got Kareem Hunt, who's now re-emerged as one of the best running backs in the league, so a little bit of a, career revival, if you will. We brought in Will Hernandez. We drafted Josh Myers out of Ohio State, and a couple of random guys have definitely filled out the offense nicely. Defensively, again, trying to keep as many of the real players as we can. We got Kinlaw, who's a 94, Armstead, 91, who I think is going to be hitting free agency. Who knows? With how bad free agency is, if we have money, we may end up trying to bring him back. Nick Bosa has easily been, maybe out of all these rebuilds, the most disappointing player. I know, wide receiver ones in the Sims struggle, so I'm not going to hold them up to the same regard, but edge rushers, if you're a baller edge rusher, if you're Myles Garrett, Joey Bosa, you get automatic numbers, it feels like, in the Sim. But Nick Bosa has been incredibly disappointing. We got 3, 7, 5, 10, and 4.5. Really, 2023 was the only acceptable year. So that's definitely been disappointing. The linebacking core has been solid, though. We got Quan Alexander and Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. I think it's one of the better linebacking cores in the NFL. We drafted Nazrul Dean out of Florida State. He's been solid. We got Byron Murphy Jr., signed him away from the Cardinals as a free agent. And other than that, we've had some solid drafts. We got a superstar free safety. We got a nice little D tackle here and corner. So generally speaking, I'm happy with where this team is at. We are starting to get to a point, though, where our big-time players are getting old. Jimmy G's 33. Kareem Hunt is 30. That's where running backs take that big regression. George Kittle, 99 club, but he's 31. So, maybe more so in Kittle and Kareem Hunt's case. I expect them to hold on to their ratings, fairly well. But other than that, it's been a disappointing rebuild. I just know we haven't featured in a Super Bowl yet. We might have gone to a championship game, maybe. I can't remember. I think we might have just won 1 or 2 playoff games total and never went on a legit run. Either way, there's been nothing memorable about our postseason success so far. So years 6 through 10, hopefully we can change that. So for our first free agency period, only have $6 million. It's not really in the position to sign anybody. It is what it is. Get a couple 5th-year options, and that's very expensive. So when you start things off like where we are at in year 6, when you have no money, can't bring in any fresh faces in free agency, you really need to hit home on your draft, and I think we had a very, very good draft. In the first round, I picked 27. We got Tanner Berger, who we need to move to defensive end right away to take over for Eric Armstead. I don't know if he needs to be right end or left end, but I assume he'll be right end. In terms of scheme fit, we need a power rusher, and he's a speed rusher. But anyway, 6'5", 246 out of Florida State. Brings pretty good get off the ball there. Good strength, well-rounded ability, good base for him to develop into a really, really nice edge rusher. Second round, Garoppolo's 33. We got Pete Holiday, 74 hidden dev out of Stanford. Hey, do you want to be the next, Andrew Luck? That'd be great. Obviously, big size difference and stuff, but looks really good. 86 mid accuracy, 85 shorts. Throwing the run looks solid. Good player. 90 throw power. Pretty much hits all the baselines that you kind of want to see in a young player. Hopefully, that dev trait's something good. We got a 70 DN, just solid player. 68 corner, 65 tackle, 70 tackle. 61 at DN, but he comes with a hidden dev, Antoine Horn out of Iowa State. We got a 63 corner, and we need a new kicker. The kicker ruined us in that playoff loss against the Carolina Panthers. He missed something that was 30-some yards to win it, so we had to go get a new kicker. We got William Shields from Texas Southern, 65 with a hidden dev. So that's pretty good. He got that working for him, and hopefully we're going to be better for it. Moving on with a younger kicker that hopefully doesn't have any morale issues like our previous one that couldn't hit the broadside on the barn. Pretty much got the Aguayo treatment. Early behind here in year 6, we're 2-2, which is, we're second in the division, which is a positive way, and it's still kind of early. but the Cardinals are looking real good, real hot to start the season. Contracts, what do we got? We got Mike McGlinchey, who wants a 3-year deal at age 30. It'll be a little we're gonna be a little conscientious with our money. Nasruddin Dean has actually been one of our more productive players, especially from a turnover standpoint. I definitely want to keep him. I do kind of wonder the importance of a fullback in this scheme. We may actually offer Britt just to come back so we have that fullback. But yeah, we'll give McGlinchey a new deal. I feel like probably can, what's he want, like 6 mil? It's like 7 mil a year for a guy that's probably going to top out as like an 83, 84. It's a little expensive. We could probably replace that. So yeah, we'll lock up McGlinchey and we'll wait and see for the rest of the guys. And at the end of year 6, hell yeah, first round bye. We were 12-4 a year ago. We know how that ended, but that is our 4th divisional title of the rebuild. Happy with that, especially because the Cardinals were also a very solid team. We're able to, do our thing, get the divisional title in the bank. In terms of dev traits, we still are going to have to wait and see on the quarterback, which I feel like he's going to be a star. How does a starting defensive end not play 500 snaps? Are we just like, I don't know. What's going on? Is there something weird going on in my D-line? As Nick Bosa is now a member of the 99 Club, and what are the odds he had a disappointing season? Fairly high. Jimmy Garoppolo played like a top 10 quarterback, 32 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, massive year, almost 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. 1,000 yards, 12 for Debo, our leading receiver. Defensively, 100 tackles plus for Mr. Quan Alexander. And there you go, Bosa. I mean, it's not a brutal year, but that's not... Yeah, he needs like 4 sacks more to look normal. And he's a member of the 99 Club, though. He keeps developing, so that's good, right? We have the number 1 offense in the National Football League defensively, number 8. So, I mean, we are, probably the number 1 team in the NFL. Josh Allen got his 3rd MVP, I think if we're counting at home, of this little world that we're living in, which is ridiculous. Zeke's Offensive Player of the Year. Individual awards, we had nothing. But that's fine. That's fine, because we had the team success. So we get our bye, get to chill, get to relax, get to get healthy, hydrated, and we're taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Last time we played Dallas, they beat us in the playoffs. I think it was year 2 or 3. So now it's time to get a little bit of revenge here in year 6. All right. Year 6, trying to finally beat Dallas in the playoffs. They're old. I mean, both our teams generally are probably kind of the same age. But Kareem Hunt and Zeke Elliott, 2 of the best running backs in the NFC. A team can establish and dominate the line of scrimmage better is probably going to be the team that wins this game. So we go into halftime down 10. We get a nice little instant touchdown in the 3rd quarter, which is good. Dallas is not going away. They are not relinquishing that lead, even though we're trying to slowly pick at it. We go for it on 4th down. Get the touchdown. Make it a 1-score game. Just too much, man. We need our defense to get a stop. They couldn't. And yet again, the Dallas Cowgirls defeat the 49ers in the playoffs. Solid game from Jimmy Garoppolo, over 100 yards for Kareem Hunt. Just that final end product. We're struggling in the playoffs, man. This is going to be one of the worst playoff record teams we've had in a rebuild. We're probably like 1-5, 1-6, somewhere in that range. It's not good enough. Year 7 free agent period, again, pretty much at the same spot, salary cap-wise. No real money to resign anybody, even if there was anyone to re-sign. I mean, look, the best player at the guard spot we need is the guard that we let walk. So, yeah. So, I mean, I don't really think there's a whole lot of people out there that are like, oh, come on, C4, sign somebody. Spend money for the sake of spending money. But it's just not worth it at this point. And, the one time we did spend money when I probably didn't really need to was when we bought Will Hernandez in at left guard, and that really kind of screwed us up for the salary cap the following year. So, live and learn from our past mistakes. So for our second draft of part 2 of this rebuild, it was an okay draft. Didn't get much in terms of dev trait. Desrick Merriweather, 73 linebacker. We need someone because old Quan's starting to get a little old. 70 guards, 70. We had one dev trait. I think it was our 6th-round pick, Taryn Thurman out of Utah. He's a 58, but he does have a hidden dev, so just a nice special teamer, developmental option, brings good size. And we got a couple of, linemen. It's just your standard draft. Good overalls, not great dev traits. Those are good for year 7. Here we go. I mean, I don't know how much longer this window is going to be open because Garoppolo is starting to regress. Holiday came out star dev. Still hopeful that he could be the heir, for sure, to Jimmy Garoppolo. The potential is still there, but everyone else on the offense generally remains the same. Ooh, actually missed a depth chart. We had a hidden depth guard. Bradley Robinson that we drafted. There's also a scheme fit that will start at right guard. That's all right. Kind of a decently sized omission from when you're going through your draft class, but offense generally remains the same, but we're starting to see a little regression. Defensively, Berger is a star dev. We had to wait to find his stats. That's a little disappointing. Nick Bosa has a 1-point regression. Quan has regressed kind of hard. Really, every linebacker's regressed outside of Fred Warner, which is less than ideal, but hey, Byron Murphy Jr. went up depth trait. Now a superstar X Factor. Where did he get it? I think he... What? How did this happen? It must have been that it's glitched or something. Because, I don't know. He has selfless. How did he get this? What did he do last year to go up depth trait? Tackles? Did he have a lot of over 100 tackles? I'm starting to notice that. If my corners go over 100 tackles, I don't know why. They tend to go up a depth trait. And I know that there's some issues. Corners and tight ends are the two positions that are kind of broken when it comes to performance-based depth trait upgrades. And it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to complain about it one damn bit because our secondary is not that great. So we're pretty much where we started with our secondary. When you think about it, we're maybe a little bit further ahead. But remember when we started with the 49ers, it was pretty much, Richard Sherman and nothing else. Right now, it's Byron Murphy. And, not a whole lot of talent in terms of supporting. Maybe not talent, because those guys are solid. They're in the 80s, but not a whole lot of superstar shutdown ability. So as we gear up for year 7, now we're starting to think, how many years left does this core of 49er players have together? And I feel like maybe we got this year or next year, so we got to make something happen here. Year 7 by, we're 4-4. Yeah. Not great. Why are we here? It's probably something to do with Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't know if I'm ready to pull the plug on Garoppolo, but I'm starting to feel like, we have no ties to him. Let's see what Holiday can do in the backstretch of this season. Looking at contracts here, Fred Warner's the first one. He's been really the only older player that's held on his rating, but he also hasn't hit 30 just yet. So I assume just because we paid him, now he's going to start sucking. We'll get George Kittle locked up. We'll get Murphy Jr. locked up, maybe on a 3-year if we'll take it. I don't know why corners always want 1 automatically. Another superstar X Factor, Perry Lewis, who hasn't really done a whole lot, but wide receivers are very hard to get in the draft. They're very hard for really good wide receivers to hit free agency. You just kind of can't let that happen. We got Wayne at free safety. Might as well give him a 5-year deal, just under a $4 million cap hit, which is very acceptable. We are spending money left, right, and center. McMillan, another fairly solid player. We'll get him a 4-year deal. He's, 5, 6, 7 sack type guy. Stevens, again, are we going to do much better than that at corner? Probably not. Man, the dev trait worries me about that guy. I feel like we're going to have a change in the guard for sure at linebacker. Both those are just bad offers, and they're not going to take anything less. I feel like if we're not doing that, we might as well just hope that one of these corners can go up dev trait, get a lot of tackles or something like that. In year 7, it worked. I don't know if it's specifically changing the quarterback, but this went from a 4-4 nothing year to going 6-2 down the stretch where we made the QB change, almost coming back to get another divisional title, but I'm still pretty goddamn happy with where we're at here. Holiday played in, the final 8 games, and 20-3. Let me just... That's to myself. One hell of roster managing I did there. Solid year, Kareem Hunt. Deebo Samuel had a big year. No one else really did much. No one over 100 tackles. We had 13 sacks from Kinlaw, which is real nice. Where's old Bosa? What a piece of garbage. Interception numbers are down. We had the second offense in the league. Ooh, how? All right. Number 2 offense, number 1 defense. How could this go wrong? In the NFC for individual awards, Deebo Samuel is the number 1 wide receiver. Number 1 D-line is Javon Kinlaw. We'd love for him to go up a depth trade. He's been chilling on a star dev for a moment. So that would be a big help. But we got to run the gauntlet here, and it's, look who it is. The Carolina Panthers. Much like Dallas, we just have had not a lot of postseason success. Hopefully we can find a way to stop Trey Lance here today. Alrighty. The new young quarterback in there. Can't even remember. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't even remember his name. No, he looked kind of weird. Definitely didn't look 22, 23. But it don't matter. I don't care if he's faking his age. As long as he can just hand the ball off to Kareem Hunt and be on the sidelines and motivate this defense in this rainy game. Oh, nice. We got a little instant touchdown there. Motivate this defense to get some stops. Oh, it's not looking good. This is going to be just the year that, like, we can dominate the regular season, play well. We're in the number 1 defense, number 2 offense, and we're performing like neither. End of drive. We have a chance to tie it. Touchdown. Didn't get the 2-point conversion. Shouldn't have been that close anyways. It's not good enough, man. So we actually finally have money. We're free agency. It's just a slap in the face, you know. I would like to get a linebacker, and we got 27 normal. Nothing there inside, outside. 25.79 normal. I mean, this guy's not too bad. But he's not a scheme fit. So just a really bad free agency class. Buds. Made 2 picks, and I got the hell out of there. 60s. We got linebacker here, 67. Hidden Dev, Cedric Gales. I actually simmed out before this guy, but he was on my short list. I will take the Dev. There was like 5 first-round grade quarterbacks. I only have 1 on the roster, so it just kind of made sense to get a backup. This guy here had early first-round talent, so hopefully that means there's something with the Dev trait that's helping him out here. It's not just a star. And this guy here was number 18 in true talents when you knew it was going to be a bad draft. 5'11" linebacker. T-Matt, as we come into year 8. Well, we got a brand new quarterback in Holiday, looking to bounce back from an early playoff exit. He didn't really change the fortunes of this franchise in terms of our playoff failures. Matt Breida's back as a very much aging veteran. Wide receiver core remains the same. O-line, again, not a lot of change there. Defensively, no real changes either. Linebackers, and you can just see we've struggled to replace Dre Greenlaw and Quan Alexander just because there's just no freak linebackers in the draft. Unless Gales comes out superstar, which I'd be shocked. We haven't done a particularly great job drafting. We had that one really good draft that we got Lewis and we got Wayne. And I think Lewis, Wayne, McMillan, and Stevens, we got those guys in one draft. Other than that, our drafting, to be completely honest, for my standards, been below par. Point of year 8 and better, 6-1. Definitely at least feels like we made kind of the right decision switching up the quarterbacks when we did. How well is he playing? Let's get a little preview. Where's he at stats? Well, I'll take the touchdowns. Being second in touchdowns, I will take that. Even though I do kind of need the yards to get up so that he can go up a dev trait. Superstar is pretty much what you want for your franchise QB. But maybe we'll come. We got Kareem Hunt here. Absolutely want to just try to keep him. He's resurrected his career, everything that kind of messed up when he was with Kansas City and all that stuff. I feel like, he's definitely worth he's been the most solid player, most consistent player on the offensive side of the ball. Outside of that, for contracts, we got Braxton Gordon, franchise tackle. Let's pay him whatever he really wants. Of course, he wants more money. What an asshole. Again, Debo's not playing up to really that contract. It's just so hard to get wide receivers. This guy, where is this? What? I kind of don't want to let that guy walk. He's only 24. Okay, well, I want this. I want Ben Grant to stay on our roster for sure. We'll come back for Gordon and Kareem Hunt as well. And at the end of year 8, there's divisional title number 5. 13-3. Finding ways to, oh, man, this is going to be... Who's going to be the team that knocks us out of the divisional round? Is it going to be Carolina? Yeah. Well, what better time than now to finally beat them, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? Look at the stats. How did we get to this point? Well, Holiday was phenomenal. Unfortunately, his yards were down, so we're probably not going to go up dev trait, even though he had a huge year. But either way, I don't really care. But dev trait or not, if he just keeps playing like this, he's going to give us a chance to win every single season. Kareem Hunt, monster. Is he getting older? Doesn't feel like he's getting older. 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns. No dominant receiver, because what else is new? Defensively, Fred Warner, nice. He's getting up there in age. Still really productive year. 99 tackles, 10 TFLs, 4 interceptions. We got 15.5 sacks from Kinlaw, who is really playing like how I expected Nick Bosa to play. Look at Kinlaw. He's a D tackle. He's literally If this game was normal, just switch Bosa's numbers with Kinlaw's numbers, and everything would be good. But, of course, can't have nice things. Number 2 offense in the National Football League. And the number 1 offense, Jim Harbaugh's back. Cool. Yearly awards, Jalen Hurts is MVP. Kareem Hunt, number 9 in the NFC. Hey, do we have anyone? Josh Myers, best lineman, best D lineman, Javon Kinlaw. Man, did Kinlaw even go up a depth trait? He was a star, and he won D lineman of the year last year. I don't think he did. Okay, if he wins D lineman of the year back-to-back years and doesn't go up depth, there's something wrong. Something wrong for sure. He didn't even get like a scenario for me to trigger it. Either way, nothing matters. If we lose for the might be 4th time for sure, 3rd time in the playoffs to the Carolina Panthers. No way this happens. There's quite simply no way. Not looking good though. We got a new kicker. We did everything. Oh my God. Let's just do this. Maybe this is better. End the game. Okay, we're down. We've only got 2 field goals. Which is not good. Oh my God. Is this a joke? And it's not even like they blow us out every time. It's just we never play good. Ever. Trey Lance, 3 touchdowns. Unbelievable. Period, we spent a lot of money keeping our own players in-house, and this is kind of the downswing of that. We have no money to even sign anyone that would be remotely interesting, like Shaka Toney, who would be awesome. Can we even... No. The first year there's a linebacker, and we have no money to really throw him any money. Well, what else is new? For our draft recap, kind of just went best player available while also not realizing it's not a great draft. Simmed it out here after I botched this pick. High strength, he's only 54. I was like, oh, no thank you. I got one more though. Lyle Flowers, 68 out of South Carolina, hidden dev. Solid player, simmed out that. We got a 71 guard, but, just because, tight ends are important here apparently in 49ers. Scheme, when you think about what George Kittle does, and he's 32, 33, he's up there. So this guy here, early first round grade, Ben Falk out of Oklahoma State, 76 hidden dev. Looks like one very, very good tight end. So just cover, and if we want to use 2 tight ends, remember Jalen Hurd, way back in part 1, he was getting 4, 5, 6 touchdowns a year as our tight end too. So maybe that's what our offense has been missing to, put something together in the playoffs, is having 2 tight ends. 9 years. It's been 9 long years. Can we finally at least win one playoff game? Ooh. Okay. We'll make that little change. We'll do this too. Just see what the market look like. Wow. Well, outside of that, in terms of changes, yeah. Wow. Did not know we drafted a Superstar X Factor last year. Round of applause for myself. That was a great pick, C4. I know C4. Rest of the offense remains the same. We're just going to make that change. Obviously, what we're going to do. Kinlaw finally went up depth trait to a superstar, and rightfully so. He's been an absolute monster. Rest of the defense remains the same. We should be dominant, and we should hopefully not see Carolina in the playoffs. That'd be great. All right. Able to make a blockbuster trade. We're flipping Holiday, our first-round pick, and a 25-year-old 77 D-end for Simmons. Let's just introduce it. So we've been hurting to replace any of our linebackers. Can't draft one. So the second guy on the depth chart here for the Bears as an outside linebacker was Carson Simmons. We're just going to make a pass coverage. By all means, that's what we had before. They weren't scheme fits. Superstar X Factor with a shutdown ability. I don't know why every linebacker's 5'11", but good trade. Anyway, points 6-1. We're just moving on. Nothing crazy's happening. We're literally playing like we didn't just at the last second switch our starting quarterback. But when you have a guy that's as talented as Larson with the X Factor, who just got clutch ability, cool. You can just do things like that. Now, everything is telling me Okay, well, first up, we got this guy. We didn't just trade for him to let him walk. Everything is saying just make a point to let Nick Bosa walk, but I know there's Niner fans that, who knows, I let him walk, and then next year he'd go off for 20 sacks on someone else's team. I can't let that happen. So let's keep the D-line together here, get Kinlaw, get Bosa locked up. Outside of that, I don't think there's a whole lot more money we have to spend. Like Ayuk, probably can go. Dawson, I mean, this is the final year, man. This is where we got to make kind of smart decisions. These are players that we want to keep for pretty much the whole rebuild. And it's going to be tough to keep all of them. Like, we're not going to be able to bring back Berger. But then again, how many sacks has he got since we brought him in? He's been here 3 years. Above average production. So I'd rather get Kinlaw locked in and make sure we get McGlinchey locked in first, and then that'll probably be it. Year 9, there's divisional title number 6, 3-2-1, one of the best. Even though there's a weird tie, technically with 2 losses, it's one of the best records we've had as of late in any realistic rebuild. No, we might as well save that for last to see if we play Carolina again. Look at the stats. How did we become? I'm pretty sure the 1 seed. Yeah, the 1 seed. Oh, the Panthers. They made the playoffs, so that's not good. They know that they're just there. It's gonna find a way. Larson was not good. He was 13th in yards, 30th in touchdowns. Superstar X Factor. With the Bears. I mean, neither were great. I don't feel either way about the performance, but way more turnovers from Larson Stanley. I mean, it was his first year. Kareem Hunt was outstanding. No dominant receivers. What else is new? Defensively, 9.5 sacks for Berger. Of course, the year that he goes, he has a huge season. Kinlaw, nice year. Bosa, not bad. Interceptions, below average, but we still, as a team, second in off. How does that happen though? How are you second in offense, first in defense, but your quarterback is like, we have no one that really had a huge, I don't know, it's weird, but I'm not, oh no. No, please don't let us play them. Please don't let us play them. That's all I'm going to ask. It's for the love of God. Let me get through this playoff run without seeing Carolina. For individual awards, like I said, it wasn't a pretty year for the, what was that, kicker? Did we have kicker of the year? Slow clap. William Shields. Very nice. So, very surprising that we had the record that we did with the player performances that we did, but I'm not going to complain. And hey, it's going to be George Kittle giving us the big rah-rah. I think it's going to be the end. He's going to do everything to change that. He's going to be maxed out. Well, at least we don't have to play Carolina, but we have a 9-6-1 Giant team. This is going to be fun, right? Should be a ass-kicking. But for what team? Come on. Playoff win. Just a playoff win, man. And we're down 7-zip, already coming out of a hole. But maybe that's the kind of adversity early we need. It's a bad weather game. Should rely on the run. And that looks like what New York's doing with Saquon Barkley. I don't know why we're not doing the same with Kareem Hunt. But I'm sure we're on our way to being 1-6 in the playoffs. It'd be 1-7 because 1 year we won again. Yeah, so it'd be 1-7. I don't know, we wouldn't. Yeah, 1-6. If we lose this game, we're which we are, 1-6. I don't know what to tell you, fellas. I've never seen this. I've never seen a team that's just this bad in the playoff. Kyle, we should be fired. We should absolutely not have a job, but somehow we will as we go into year 10. Well, if you're hoping, just wait, C4. He's going to have all that money the final year to bring in some guy that could be the gay champ. We got $2 million. So we're just sitting here. Again, another linebacker that would be great on the other side of Simmons. Can't bring him in. And then Berger, who we let walk, is gone up a depth trait. God damn it! Dog, do you like drafting linemen? Because that's so. In our final draft, I drafted 3 linemen that all had first-round grades. I got a 71 guard, 72 tackle, and a 77 normal. That's actually a really, really good pick in the second round. Case Moses out of Washington State, out of Wazoo. That's actually one hell of a tackle. But Yeah, it's just one of those, man, it's one of those rebuilds, man. I'm demoralized. I've never lost this much and this quickly in the playoffs before. But it's year 10, so that means, you know, we could hop in if we want to in the sim, which at the very least should get us one playoff win if we can even make the playoffs here in year 10. This is it. This is as good as it gets. And this is actually the strongest our team's ever been. I think we were 91 overall at the end of one season, and that's with everyone having the confidence boost. But look at this team. We got Larson X Factor, Hunt X Factor, Lewis and Debo are still here as X Factors. Offensive line across the board, average overall is probably what, 84, 83, 84, which is great. Kittle's X Factor, Falk the tight end we drafted last year's an X Factor. On the defensive side, very, very annoying that we couldn't re-sign Berger, who got up a dev trait, now a superstar, and there's a gaping hole there. But hey, Bosa, been holding out 9 years for you to do something. Now's the time. When there's no one else to compete with, you are the guy. Please play like the guy. Corners remain the same. Like, everything's pretty much the same. Nasruddin's regressing. Simmons is nice, man. Fred Warner's hold on his rating fairly well. Let's do something like this. Get a star dev linebacker here. I think it's a 1-point upgrade. There we go. It helps. Every little bit helps. So, I mean, we're definitely on pace for our 7th divisional title. As long as everything goes to plan from the regular season standpoint, which it has pretty much every single year. But, man, the goddamn playoffs. So, at the end of year 10... Can you wait? Can you wait? Drum roll, please. Unbelievable. Make the playoffs. We get our 7th divisional title of the rebuild. I mean, if we're going to do it, and now we can actually hop in and play conscience, you know, there's going to be no guilty conscience around it, maybe we can help the team beat Carolina finally. I'm going to the stats here. Quarterback played fine, not outrageous. Kareem Hunt is getting old, but still put up good yardage. No, wow. The wide receivers did not play well. Warner had a big year, for sure, and Simmons. Both acceptable. 12 sacks from Hill and 10 from Bose is terrible. Yeah, there's just so many things that are demoralizing in this rebuild. It's like, hey, how do your exciting players play awesome? You asked if my exciting players, did they play well? Let me just get right back to you on that one. Thank God Nick Bosa had a superstar X Factor when we're coming into this, right? Yearly Awards MVP went to Jalen Hurts. For the old 49ers here, no individual awards. Who cares, right? Who cares? Individual awards don't matter. We're just going to get a Super Bowl here. We have 7 divisional titles. We're 1-6 in our 6 playoff runs. Worst record by a country mile that we've done in a rebuild. So, here against Carolina, a team that's beaten us 3 times. Now maybe just coming into the sim, I can help them out. Just maybe. All right, I will come in if things start to get a little funky, which, let's be honest, probably are. And there's also just a dark, sadistic side of me that's like, how bad can we actually be in these sims? Okay, 3rd down will come in here. 3rd and goal on the 3. Probably could just give this to Kareem Hunt and punch it in. I would hope, anyways. Really in 4-down territory. Like, I'll make sure we go for it on 4th down. No, but look, there's exceptional blocking. Don't have to worry about anything. Kareem Hunt goes in untouched. And we are on the scoreboard here. Now we're going all the way down the field. It's 3rd. I'm not letting, like, anytime we get 3rd down in the red zone, I'll come in for sure because that's where our team is struggling. We've just been getting lots of field goals. So right here off the rip, let's see if George Kittle can get open. He can't. Can we just throw it up anyways? That's a stupid play. I really actually want to go for it on 4th down here. Field goal wouldn't be the worst thing, so let's just let him kick the field goal. And then we go down the field. Hey, we finally do something. We get a touchdown without me having to help them. And then they get a score to open the 3rd quarter. A very poor 3rd quarter from the 49ers. But we're keeping it within a score. We'll come back in on 3rd down. Here we go, clear out. Lewis, our X Factor. We got Kittle in the middle. I love God. Someone block Brian Burns, please. That probably should have been a pick. But I think we got to go for it. It's 4th and 10. Get out of here. Just Playoff, I don't know. Whatever. Let me play. I am not going for a field goal. We need a touchdown here because you know they're going to score. So we got Lewis. We got our two X Factor. We got our X Factor in the slot. Oh, there we go. Just make the safe catch. We don't need anything crazy. Do we want to remain on the field or not? Hell yeah, I do. Let's go screen pass, Kareem Hunt. I think everyone's forgetting just how good Kareem Hunt was with the Kansas City Chiefs and how complete of a running back he is. Exceptional job with the blocking. Luckily, our X Factor can embarrass like a 72 linebacker more often than not, or else that would have been a TFL, and it would have been all 100% on how bad the blocking was. Can we win? Yes! Oh my God. They literally were so close to scoring and winning by 1. But we did enough. No one beats us 4 times in the playoffs. Our second playoff win. We moved to 2-6. It's ugly, but if we can finish this one off with the Super Bowl, no one's really going to remember all the losses, will they? Well, probably will. I will. Just running through the NFC South. Tampa in the divisional round. I mean, anyone that's not Carolina. Carolina and Dallas would be like the 2 teams I don't really want to see. Our defense is doing an okay job in the first quarter. Tampa's had the ball a lot, but they have yet to get a touchdown. So we're bending, not breaking. They've given up 4 field goals. And we're still in it. We're still very much in. I think I'm going to come in the next drive that's kind of stalls out in the third down scenario. What is this uniform combo? Tell you that for now. This is a disgusting uniform. But at the top of the screen, I would love for B to get open or George Kittle. We'll just check down to George Kittle, get the first down, keep the drive going. Would love for the computer to finish one off, so it makes me feel a little less guilty, or maybe a little better that the team that I built can actually go on in the sim and, play well. Well, we got to settle for a field goal, because why not? But then we go all the way down the field, get a touchdown to make it, 3-point lead. They tie it up, 21 apiece. We'll come in on third down. Run it to the 2-minute warning. Get this first down. Be in scoring range. Kill the clock off. Kick a field goal and win. Hopefully, having a not elite kicker. Kicker's not bad, but not having an elite kicker won't come back to bite us in the ass like it has already in this rebuild. Oh, no. That was not a great play, actually. I feel like it's all or nothing. We should go for it. 4th and 4 on the 41. I already know they're going to punt it. I don't want that to happen. Ooh. No. I know the kicker. It's not enough. That's not enough kick power. They're trying to bait me into something there. I think we can get this first down. Look, running back, wide open. Kareem Hunt, safe hands, makes the catch, runs over Devin White. And the drive surely is going to continue to probably a field goal. I would love them just to get a, just to get a touchdown. And they do. Yes. And our defense, back-to-back games, has stopped the other team on the opposing drive. I mean, look, we didn't give up a single passing touchdown. Bravo. A defense that's been top 5 for the last, 4 years has been really come out to play. And the Niners, just like that, in year 10, are in the championship game. Of course it is. Niners, Cowboys, because of course it is. All right, well, what better way than the 2 teams that in this rebuild have been the biggest thorns on our side, Dallas Cowboys and Carolina Panthers. How fitting would it be in our final year in year 10 to be able to beat both of them on the way to hopefully winning a Super Bowl here? That'd be fitting. And right now we're playing well. We're not giving up a whole lot from a defensive standpoint. We've been shutting them down. They didn't get their first touchdown until the end, but Dallas defense been coming to play. 4th down. Have to come in. We're going for a 4th down on our side of the 50. That's how things are going in this game. Okay. Oh, no, I want Kareem Hunt to pass pro. Can my superstar X Factor get some separation, which he does? Man, that guy must just be super slow. He's not. I don't think he's one of those guys going to beat press coverage a whole lot of times. We're going down the field. We're able to get a touchdown here. It's a field goal game. They punt it. And we have the ball, the final drive. Oh, and we get the touchdown. It's all been building to this. We knock off our 2 arch enemies. And we're going to the Super Bowl in year 10. 21-17. Carson Wentz. Why does Wentz always go to the Cowboys now? That's disgusting. But Mike Larson, great game. Almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 73% completion percentage. Beautiful. And the Niners, finally in year 10, are getting some playoff wins, playing up to the level that we should be, that our roster is, and we're going to the Super Bowl. Before we get to the Super Bowl here against the 12-4 Browns, I always, I feel like this is probably the format I want to try to get in, because everyone wants to, I want to see the career stats, really, because some of these guys have been here for a very, very long time. Obviously, Larson not long enough to be that notable, but Kareem Hunt has been exceptional. 16,000 rushing yards, 127 touchdowns. Did a lot of that with us here in San Francisco. Over 10,000 yards, almost 11,000 yards for George Kittle. 71 tutties. Almost 9,500 yards for Debo. 71 tutties. On the defensive side, third tackle machine, Fred Warner. That might be the most tackles ever seen in a career. Almost 1,400, 78 TFLs, 21 sacks. We got 102 sacks, Kinlaw, 73 from Bosa. Maybe it's not that bad looking at, I don't know. It's just he never played up to the expectations I had for him. Fred Warner, though, Hall of Famer. He's going in the Ring of Honor for the Niners here. One of the best linebackers I've ever had. Nazrul Dean's been solid, 16 interceptions as well. So, a lot of these guys have had great careers, and the only way to top it off is win a Super Bowl here in year 10 against the Cleveland Browns. All right, let's do this, man. This would honestly be like the most surprising end to a rebuild. It's just for how stagnant this team was in the playoffs, to find a way to win a Super Bowl would be pretty ridiculous. But right now, our offense is not doing anything. We're able to cut their lead to a touchdown. I might actually come in on this drive if I can. 26 seconds, 3rd and 4. Now it's time to take a shot. Let's go 4 verts. Debo got speed still, I wonder. I don't know. I don't know if any of our guys still have speed. We'll put Kareem Hunt in pass pro. Maybe just a jump ball is how we have to view this. Oh, stay in bounds. Oh, no! What? That was not timed well by me as a passer, but for that to be the end product there is very anticlimactic. But hey, look, the Sim is able to tie this game up at 10 apiece. 3rd quarter. Everything to play for. We're down in the red zone. We'll come in on this 3rd down, for sure. 3rd and 7. I don't know. Play action doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I find like tight ends, I don't know. This is just conspiracy theory, but when you go play action, usually the tight end can get open because the linebacker's trying to do too much. It's trying to read the running back, and it works to perfection. George Kittle. Legend. Living legend. Probably the best tight end in the history of the San Francisco 49ers. Big time touchdown in the Super Bowl to tie this up at 17. Cleveland goes down the field, gets a field goal. Oh. Gotta let the Sim. I had to let the Sim do that. I felt like I come in there, it's 2 hands on. We're in overtime. We need a score. Let's do it. I'll take a shot. Let me just take 1 shot, and then I'll decide if I want the Sim to take over or not. I would love to be able to just... Ah! Oh, yes! Woo, baby! Oh, it is 1 shot. Verts still it hurts. Debo Samuel, the only guy I know that has over 90 speed. And there we go. After the worst playoff record we've ever had in a rebuild, year 10, finally able to put it together, beat the Cleveland Browns in overtime, walk off, Super Bowl tutty, Debo Samuel. It's a thing of greatness. It's an absolute thing of greatness. So that's what, Super Bowl 6 for the 49ers. They had Alan Bowman there for the Nick Chubb still doing his thing there for the Cleveland Browns. That's a big win, man. Finally. Well, I mean, not finally. We win a lot of Super Bowls here because it's 10 years. I wouldn't be a Madden rebuilder, or at least a legit one, if I couldn't win the Super Bowl more often than not. But that was a tough one. That was as much nonsense, sim adversity that I have seen. I mean, I would rival that playoff win-loss record with Ryan Tannehill surprisingly retiring when we did the Tennessee Titan rebuild. So, big game, George Kittle. Is that Mike Mayock? Looks like Mike Mayock. But let's go through the highlights here. Definitely deserving to see the Super Bowl ceremony. Find out who the Super Bowl MVP was. I'm gonna guess it was the quarterback, probably. And it is Mike Larson, 2 touchdowns. We got both those. How fitting. Who knows where the game would have been if we didn't get that, because we were responsible when we hopped in to get both those scores, which is not great. That doesn't make me feel good at all. The Sim couldn't get 1 passing touchdown the whole game. But either way, doesn't matter really how we got there. All the guys, all the faith, I don't know about Lewis being out there. I probably would have George Kittle if we're putting the big dogs, the guys that were very, very important in this rebuild here. But Warner for sure, Kareem Hunt for sure, the superstar dev quarterback that went from backup to starter just like that. And we got it done, baby. So there we go. That is a successful rebuild. Another one to chalk up in this famous Excel sheet that if you're on my Patreon, I will be posting it very shortly at the end of the Madden cycle so you can see what happened. That does it for the 49ers rebuild. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We actually recently hit the 130,000 subscriber mark, which is cool, so I appreciate that. But the next thing we do for the rebuild, I want to go back into the AFC. So the remaining AFC teams, we have the New York Jets, the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's it. So who do you want to see next? The Jets or the Chiefs? I kind of feel like I'll throw a suggestion out there because the Niners were, kind of OP. I don't know if we want to go back-to-back strong rosters to start with going next to the Chiefs. The Jets are definitely a really interesting rebuild team. There's a reason why they're in the top 3 finalists for my Madden 21 franchise because they're really interesting. So we'll probably do the Jets unless there's an overwhelming call and cry for the Chiefs in the comment section below. But thank you guys for watching. And as always, your first time stopping by, all that stuff. I already said that about subscribing and liking, but we'll reiterate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.